Hello, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How everybody is doing? If you are joining my live, please share and drop me in the comments where are you joining from. So I'm super excited. I am super excited to do like 3-day presentation what's going on in tech right now because I think it's important that um, we support each other as a community and that we network and that we connect with each other and that we provide that support and guidance to each other. And this is why I decided to, first of all, I put up a survey or a poll on my LinkedIn profile, and I asked mid-level to senior professionals what they're currently experiencing on the job market, what kind of problem and what kind of struggles they're going through right now. And there are three problems that come up after that survey: landing a job, staying up to date with technology, and growing in your career, getting promotion. So those three areas like came up, which is there's nothing new. Like, yes, tech might be going through like a little bit of a rough time right now, but it's not a new problem, or it's not like these problems are not really fresh and new to tech. There were before. Right now, because of the down economy, they're a little bit more prevalent. So like I said, if you're joining my live stream, please drop me a comment where you're joining from. And if you are on LinkedIn, here's my pro tip how to network on live streams. If you see other people comments and likes, please connect with them and start networking. So we're going to dive right into my presentation, and we're going to talk about today, tomorrow, and on Thursday about three problems. So we have three problems, and today we're talking about landing a job in tech. So, um, really, like as I said, we have three problems in tech: landing a job, staying up to date with tech, and growing in tech. There are three problems, but surprisingly, for all of those three problems, there's solution. One solution. And that solution is build, lead, and prosper. This is something that I've been talking on my channel for a while and on my LinkedIn profile as well. So we're going to dive into it. So, but today we're going to talk about and debrief one of the problems: landing a job in tech. Landing a job in tech. So, what is the root causes for landing a job in tech? It's down economy, it's increased competition. Competition and tech professionals are not ready. So, I let's debrief a little bit and let's dive a little bit deeper. So, if you have been in tech industry as a tech professional less than 10 years or for about 10 years, tech job market was really hot. And for the last 10 years, it was absolutely okay for many tech professionals to like really have average, mediocre resume and LinkedIn profile if you have experience and if you have the right job experience, if you have the right knowledge. Because here's the thing: in tech industry, we had such a shortage of software developers and talents that recruiters would go above and beyond, and they will grab candidates. They were qualified, don't get me wrong, but recruiters had to work extra hard, and finding a good talent, finding qualified talent was really really tough. So when it was a job seeker market, it was easier to land a job if you even if you didn't have fully optimized resume, even if you didn't have fully optimized LinkedIn profile, even if you didn't have strong online and executive presence. We were on high demand, and it was a little bit easier. Now tables have shifted and turned. Now it's no longer job seeker market. However, the tech still needs like developers. However, we still need highly qualified professionals. We still need good developers. And there are other industries and there are other companies that are thriving and doing really well, and they need tech professional. They need tech professionals. So it's not that it's impossible to land a job right now. It is possible. And it is a little bit tough right now, but it is still possible. So the root causes down economy. So at the beginning of 2023, here's the thing: money is no longer free. So before, um, I remember in 2021, it was something really unusual was going on. Salaries jumped like and skyrocketed like crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. Number one. And a lot of startups, a lot of companies were hiring like crazy, and like there was really high demand on tech professionals. So and now we also see that because of the interest rate is higher, so companies a little bit more conservative who they're hiring. There are a lot of freezes, so like down economy, and also a lot of big tech companies have massive layoffs. So here we have increased competition, and more importantly, I'm going to repeat myself. Tech professionals are not ready because, like I said, if you've been in tech for about 10 years or about a little bit over 10 years, we've never experienced anything like that before. Before, we were totally fine to have mediocre LinkedIn profile as long as we have our skill set listed, as long as we say that, hey, like I'm a web developer, I'm an iOS developer, I'm a project manager, I'm a QA engineer. Like we will be found. We will be found by recruiters, and it was fine, and we were not ready to actually put an effort and work extra hard. So let me pause right here a little bit and say, if you're joining my live stream, welcome. Today we're talking about landing a job in tech as one of the problems in tech. So if you are joining my live stream, please drop in a comment where you're watching me from. Say hello. If you're on LinkedIn, please network with each other and connect with each other, because aside from me going live, I want to provide you value. I want you to connect with each other, and I want you to increase your network. So, and it's a part of it. So tech professionals are not ready because we didn't really have to. We really didn't have to network as hard, and we didn't really have to put a lot of work. I mean, yes, like there were challenges before, right? Well, but if we compare tech industry to any other industries, there was nothing like that in any other industry. So that's why tech professionals are not ready. So solution that's easy: build, lead, and prosper. So let's talk about building. If you were until now just if you just had your LinkedIn profile and your resume with like simple list what you did, like it's no longer just enough. It's really important to build your executive presence, meaning you have to show up online, you have to show your face, you have to share your perspective, not necessarily going on the video, because there are many ways to share your perspective, there are many ways to show up online. Create your personal brand so people know what you do. When people go on my LinkedIn profile, it's crystal clear for them that I'm a career coach and I'm an iOS developer. And people who were following me for a while and people who know me, they know that I'm an expert in iOS development, I'm an expert in test automation, and I'm a career coach. So like this is your brand, how people know you, what people know about you when you are not in the room. So this is your personal brand. This is really important. This is not just words, because this is how you're gonna be top of mind in recruiting industry as well. So if a recruiter is looking for a professional, and let's say they need an iOS developer or web developer or project manager, like would your name be on top of their mind to reach out? Because let's be honest, even though we have higher competition, down economy, we have more developers on the job market, it is still challenging to find a qualified iOS developer, to find qualified talent. It's still a problem. So we still need really good like developers. Finding a good qualified talent has been always a problem in tech. So let me ask you again, if you like a recruiter is looking for a professional that you have specialty in, that you have knowledge in, would you be like one of the top of mind candidates or names to reach out? So this is why it is important to build your executive presence. This is why it's important to build your personal brand. And this is why it is important to build your network, if not daily, then weekly. If not daily, then weekly. Speaking of network, please, y'all, drop in the comments where you're watching me from. Drop in the comments your insights. Drop in the comments what like if you have any questions, like if you have like any concerns, what you want to me dive deeper. And watch who's dropping comments and connect with each other. Also, watch for reactions for this live stream and connect with other people, because this is how you grow your network. This is how you expand your network. So, w- building your network, it never stops when you find a job. It never stops when you enter, let's say, like, I don't know, 20 connections on LinkedIn. Now, building and expanding your network, it's weekly activity that should be in your um, on the back of your mind and in your calendar, if you will. Build your network on LinkedIn. Connect with new people, with new people in a meaningful way. Leave a comment, like, share. Like it might sound ridiculous for some of you, but like here on LinkedIn, this is how we network. We interact with each other. And I think a lot of tech professionals are not used to interacting with each other and having a conversation. So this is where we have to start, like in expanding your network by commenting, participating in discussion. See who participated in that discussion and adding them in your network. Adding them in your network. And build your experience, build your skill set. So here's a little bit of about experience. What I want to say, building your skill set and building your craft, it's really important. Many people think that when they land a job, it's okay to stop learning because you will learn everything that you need at your job. Wrong. You need to keep learning. You need to keep mastering your you need to keep mastering your craft. You need to keep mastering your experience, because way too many times I'm having conversations with my clients when somebody landed a job, like either after a boot camp or after college, and they got their foot in the door, but that position didn't bring them growth. First of all, they didn't recognize that they're not growing fast enough to jump to somewhere and to something else. And second of all, they they stop learning and they stop growing. They stop building their skill set. This is really crucial. When you land a job, it is not an indicator for you to stop learning and stop building your knowledge. You should continue to build your knowledge. You should continue to build your expertise. Because here's the thing, you are hired to do a very specific task, to do a very specific job. You're not hired to get educated on your craft and on your profession. You are hired to bring company money and contribute to a very specific task. So this is your responsibility as as a business of one. And like another important point, that it's really important how we show up. It's really important how we show up. We show up as we need to get out of that employee mindset and start showing up as a business of one. Stop showing up as a business of one. And when you're a business of one, you think in advance, you make a plan. Okay, like with this project, with this employer, what can I bring as a marketable skill to my next job, to my next level? And if it is nothing, you complete your assignment, you keep learning, and you keep moving on. So, building your skill set, building your experience is super important. Another, like, build, lead, and prosper. Another step is leading. And last week we talked about leadership. And when we talk about leadership, it is craft leadership, it's thought leadership, it's people leadership. So, um, when people think about leadership or being a leader in your industry, people often think, well, like, I'm not a technical lead. I'm not that, like, I don't have that, like, gift of being a technical lead. Or like, I don't really have any thoughts about, like, leader, like, about thought leadership. Or like, I don't really want to be a manager. So leadership, like, first of all, it's not a title. To be a leader is not to have a certain title. So everyone has their own zone of genius. Either you understand a piece of technology, a certain technique, better than anyone else, and this is your craft leadership. Let me give you an example. When I was working with my um, second iOS team, I was tasked to build a test automation around a mobile application. And at that time, I had no idea how to build it. I had no idea what tools would I use. So I started investigating it. And as I started investigating it and started looking for tutorials and materials that I could utilize, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything. I had to create it my own on my own. So I started researching documentation on Apple, and I decided to go with a native framework, XCUI test. And I start researching documentation on Apple. I start watching WWDC and, like, just a simple idea, just a hint where I can go. I start learning Swift as a programming language. And guess what I did? I created framework. I created a way to automate mobile applications for iOS with XCUI test. And that was my craft leadership. And I start posting it. I didn't just create it for my work and be done. No, I start posting on my YouTube channel. I started sharing that on my LinkedIn profile, and I start sharing it on my coding uh, Instagram account, so other people can get um, value from it. So, thought leadership. Maybe you have unique ideas. Maybe you have unique ideas. This is why it is important to show your face. And, like, if video is not, if video is too much for you right now, that's perfectly fine. You can start writing posts. You can start writing articles. You can start writing blogs. So it is a thought leadership. It is a thought leadership. And uh, present your ideas, even if they're controversial. And I would argue your idea, it's okay. It's good when your ideas are controversial, because your idea might be just a little bit ahead of its time. So you might be have unique vision. Maybe you have a gift to lead people, either in your craft or as a manager. And there are a lot of tech professionals transitioning. And it's like, for me, it's a career transition. And it's not promotion, but it's a career transition, transitioning to management, because they know how uplift other people. They know how to man. And people leadership, it's not just management. It's not managing people and telling people what to do. People people leadership is seeing how to uplift your team and how to make your team successful. This is people leadership. You see what people need. You see how inspire and how make those people resourceful, and you lead. This is people leadership. And the last point is prosper. When you build your executive presence, when you build your skill set, when you build your uh, legacy, this is really your legacy. That how people know you, how people know you based on your craft, based on your online presence, based on your executive presence and what you do. This is your legacy, and that legacy allows you to prosper. And like, first of all, like, you will land better positions and for better salaries. You will land better positions and better salaries. What surprises me sometimes in tech, when I talk to tech professionals, especially when I talk to my senior people, I talk to some senior people who have been in an industry longer than I have, and I would consider them better developers. But they're making less than I do because something was not connected well in the process before. Either they didn't build their personal brand, or they didn't build their skill set or their network, and as a result, they gotta settle for less, and unfortunately, they're making less money. So when you position yourself correctly, when you position yourself right, that will bring you better opportunities. And another way to prosper is entrepreneurship. There are so many developers who might have bright ideas in like, and it doesn't have to be go full time with your business and well abandon your corporate job. It's not what I'm proposing. However, for some of y'all, that will be the path, that will be the way. But what I'm saying, when you have that legacy, when you have that brand, when you have that leadership, you can start writing book, you can create a digital course, you can start mentoring people, you can start coaching people, you can start serving people outside of your 9 to 5 job. And that might turn into something bigger. And what I like about entrepreneurship, you control how much money you make. You control how much money you make. And this is another way to prosperity. So, this is really the end of my presentation. And kind of to summarize what we talked about, there is a problem, and and many developers, many professionals are facing challenge right now with landing a job. And like I said, the solution is fairly simple. Build your executive presence, build your skill set, build your network, lead people, either it related to your craft, or it is related to uh, your unique vision, your unique thoughts, or it might be related to leading people. So if you need help with your situation, with your career, and you would like to have a clear strategy how to really implement that framework, build, lead, and prosper, and be top of mind for the recruiters. And really, more importantly, when you have that framework, you don't have to apply for numerous positions online, because people gonna know you. So if you need that help landing your job, learn how to be like top of mind candidate and build your legacy, I encourage you to schedule a clarity call with me. And so I can understand how I can serve you better. And so you can see like what options are available to you as well. So, thank you so much for joining my live stream. And if you need the link for my clarity call is in the comments. So, click on the link in the comments. And for my people on Instagram, I will be sharing this live in my stories, and I will provide a link for my clarity call as well. Well, thank you so much for. Thank you so much for um, joining my live stream. And stay tuned for tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to talk about um, how to stay up to date with technology. And if you work with technology, you know the tech is changing like crazy, and it's sometimes it is challenging to stay up to date. So definitely stay tuned, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.